What is up, good people? Welcome back to NBA Fantasy Focus. We have 10 games to recap, and let's get it started with the Clippers in Denver. Big upset. Clippers win 109-104. Huge game by James Harden. 23 points, 6 rebounds, 16 big assists. Gets to the line 12 of 13 times, takes over the game. His teammate, Norman Powell, he steps up 14 of 21 shooting, 37 points, 7 trays. What a big game for Norm. He stepped up, and Ivica Zubac had 24 points, 11 of 17 shooting, 15 rebounds, 4 assists. And the Clippers pull off the upset. Denver is just not looking right. They're looking a step slow, and Clippers take advantage. As for the Denver Nuggets, well, it was a one-man show. Nikola Jokic, yep, that guy, he had a big game, 41 points, 9 rebounds, only 4 assists, 2 steals, a block, and 7 3-pointers. Man, he did all he could, but the rest of the team just wasn't bringing it. And, Jamal Murray had a solid night, I guess, 22 points, 5 assists, 3 trays. Aaron Gordon was okay. Michael Porter was not shooting the ball very well. And Denver falls to 0-2. Clippers go to 1-1, and we move along to the next affair. Cleveland moves to 2-0. Washington drops to 0-2. Big game by Donovan Mitchell. He had his 30 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals, 6 3-pointers. The man is a beast. Wizards, of course, is not exactly a defensive dynamo. Jared Allen has a solid game, 23 points, 10 of 10 field goals, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 2 blocks. Jarrett is just balling to start the year. And solid game from Darius Garland, 23 points. Evan Mobley didn't shoot the best, still put up 13 and 13. And Cleveland is just rolling along. You have to love that if you own any of those guys. Let's look to the Washington side of things, which wasn't exactly great, but lone bright spot, Jordan Poole, 14 points, 6 assists, 3 steals, 4 3-pointers. Only took 9 shots, which was a little bit surprising. And let's take a look at Bilal Coulibaly. Took 16 shots, which is pretty high usage for Bilal. 6 rebounds, 4 3-pointers, no steals for Bilal, but overall, really solid game. Kyle Kuzma, terrible shooting, 14 points, 8 rebounds. Alex Sarr played well for rookie standards, had a couple of trays, had a couple of blocks, 12 and 6. All in all, we're looking at a long year for the Wizards, and we're going to be moving along. Next up, we have Boston visiting Detroit. Boston moves to 3-0. This game was actually close at the very end. Pistons do actually cover the spread. And let's take a look at the Celtics. Jason Tatum, another big game, 37 points, 12 of 6, 26 shooting, 2 steals, a block, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 6 3-pointers. JT off to a splendid start. And Al Horford, old man Horf, 17 points, 5 rebounds. This man is just defying father time. 3 steals, 5 3-pointers. Al Horford is just a baller. He just does it at this age. It's great to see. And Jaylen Brown, 24 points, 10 rebounds. Not the best shooting, 3 3-pointers. Derek White, solid, 17 and 6, 3 blocks. And Drew, kind of a quiet game for him, 7 points, 4 and 3. But overall, another win for the Celtics. They move along. Let's take a look at the Detroit Pistons side. It was pretty respectable, I would say. They stayed with the Pistons. They were getting blown out for a bit, but all in all, they stuck around and they kept it close. Cade Cunningham, 21 points, 10 assists, double-double. Turnovers are an issue. 4 blocks, a steal, and 2 3-pointers. Great work by Cade. Jaden Ivey, another solid game for Jaden Ivey. 26 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, and 1 steal, 2 threes. If he's kicking around on your FAs, you got to pick him up. He is just, making that step year 1 and year 2. Jalen Duren, 15 and 9. Great shooting, 7 of 7. Tobias Harris, a stinker. Did have 11 boards, 8 points, no threes, but 2 of 11 shooting. Not good by Tobias. Pistons are 0-3, but a couple of solid nights for them. And let's move along to the next game. Okay, Miami Heat visiting the Charlotte Hornets. Miami takes this one 114-106. Jimmy Butler, nice bounce back game. 26 points, 8 boards, 8 assists, 2 steals, a block, and a 3. Jimmy bounces back. Anyone who took him in the top 50 is liking that. His teammate, Tyler Hero, solid game. 22 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, a steal, and 3 threes. Miami is now 1-1. Bam, not the best shooting, 12 and 11. And Terry Rozier, 19 points, 5 rebounds, 3 trays. Terry's off to a solid start. Nikola Jovic, not too bad, 10 points, 6 rebounds, a couple of trays. And he's not a bad streamer, I would say, if you're looking for an option. And just take a look at the Hornets side. They were, of course, led by LaMelo Ball. LaMelo at 27, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal, 2 threes. He was actually questionable coming into this game, so good to see LaMelo show up and put up big numbers again. And those who drafted him, of course, are smiling ear to ear. And Nick Richards for the Hornets, solid game, 12 and 12, good shooting, 3 blocks. And, they're missing Brandon Miller. They don't have that firepower. Miles Bridges, 16 and 9, solid game for him. And Seth Curry, 15, 3 trays. I don't know if I can really trust Seth, but Hornets are more or less a 3-man group with Ball, Miller, and Bridges. And that'll do it for this game. Let's take a look at the next affair. Okay, we have Orlando at Memphis. Orlando comes in and takes the L in this one. Memphis, of course, led by Ja Morant. Let's take a look at the Orlando Magic side here first. Nice solid game from Franz Wagner, 23 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 4 threes from Franz. He struggled last year, so we all like to see him hitting those shots. Paulo, not the best game for him. He had 16.7 rebounds. The shooting was off. So we're going to have to just take that for what it is. Jalen Suggs, he did not have a bad game at all. 21, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 steals, 1 block, 5 3-pointers. Gotta love that. Jalen Suggs, a little slow start. Now he's picking it up. And Wendell Carter, not the greatest. 1 of 6 shooting, 10 rebounds. And we're going to take a look at the Memphis Grizzlies side of affairs. It was pretty balanced attack. They were led by Jay Huff. Yeah, that Jay Huff, 18 points, 2 rebounds, 1 block, 3 threes. Career high by Jay Huff. I believe he is a rookie. And he's a feel-good story for the Memphis Grizzlies. I'm going to see the Magic. Santi Aldama pops up once again. This guy's sneaky. 22 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 3-pointers. I did drop Santi in a few leagues thinking that Jaron was back, but did not make a difference. Santi just doesn't give a shit and keeps producing. Decent game from Desmond Bain, 13 and 7, a couple of trays. Jaw did have a double-double, but poor shooting and no threes. Zach Edey, again, struggling with foul trouble. Grizzlies move to 2-1. Orlando drops to 2-1. And let's take a look at the next game. Toronto Raptors in Minnesota. Let's take a look at the Toronto side of things. And they were led by Scotty Barnes. He had another solid game, 20 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, 1 3. Solid shooting by Scotty. They were big time undermanned with no Emmanuel Quickley, no RJ Barrett. Grady Dick stepped up, 25, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 1 steal, 4 threes. Not much other scoring here for Toronto. And solid game, I got to say, from Ochai Agbaji, 19 points, 3 trays. And let's take a look on the Minnesota side of things. Big game from, you guessed it, Anthony Edwards, 24 points. Not the best shooting, but he had 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 3, 5 trays. And Julius Randle, big game for him, 24 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 3. Solid shooting from Julius. As for Rudy Gobert, double-double, 15 and 12, 3 blocks. Mike Conley, 10 and 6. He had 4 steals and a block and 2 threes. Minnesota moves to 2-1. Toronto falls to 1-2, and we're going to move along to the next. And next we have OKC visiting the Chicago Bulls. OKC dominates this game, moves to 2-0. Of course, led by their big three. Shea did his thing, 23 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 steals, 2 threes. Great shooting from Shea as usual. Chet Holmgren, man, this guy is on a roll. 21 points, 16 big rebounds, 2 blocks, a steal, and decent shooting from Chet. Not the greatest. Jalen Williams, solid game, 24 points, 9 and 8. And he had a tray, and that was good to see from Jalen. Nobody else from OKC really to talk about. So let's take a look at the Chicago side. And they were led by skater boy Zach LaVine, 22 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 threes, a steal, and a block. Good work by Zach LaVine. Those who took him in the middle rounds are loving that. And let's take a look at Nikola Vucevic, 18 points, 13 rebounds, another double-double. Boring, but that's what Nikola is. And he had a block, 2 dimes, 2 threes. Good work by Vucevic. And disappointing game from Kobe White, 3 of 12 shooting. Josh Giddey was decent, 14, 7 and 4, 2 trays. And Chicago drops to a 1-2. And we are going to move along to the next game. Okay, the Houston Rockets visiting San Antonio Spurs. Very close affair. Went down to the wire. And San Antonio takes it 109-106. Houston was led by Jalen Green, 29 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 threes. Not the greatest shooting, but a very solid night for Jalen Green, looking very good so far. Fred VanVleet, 18 points, 2 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals, 4 threes. Gotta love that from Freddie. That was what he does, dimes, steals, threes. And let's take a look at Dylan Brooks. What the heck? 16 points, 4 trays. Solid game. Jabari Smith, poor shooting. He's up and down. 7 and 7. And Şengün, man, big time stinker. He was in foul trouble. Victor Wembanyama got the best of him today. 6 points, 5 rebounds. Poor shooting from Alperen Şengün, but he will bounce back. He is just way too damn good. And let's take a look at the Spurs side of things. They were led by some guy named Victor Wembanyama. affectionately called Wemby. I still think that's the worst nickname in sports, but that's just me. 29 points for Victor, 7 rebounds, 3 blocks, 2 threes, solid bounce back game. He was drafted in the top 3 in most fantasy drafts, so you got to love that. Solid game from Jeremy Sohan. He's had a solid start to the year, 17 points, 12 boards, 3 dimes, and 2 steals from Sohan. And Harrison Barnes, not much, 11. Chris Paul struggled, did have 9 assists. And Julian Champagny, 12 and 6 with 2 trays. Those who streamed Julian are liking that. And that was pretty much it for this game. Spurs are 1-1. Rockets drop to 1. We have Dallas visiting Phoenix in a Western Conference clash. Phoenix was out without Bradley Beal. Dallas, they were led by Luka once again. Double-double, 40 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 5 threes. Luka balled out. Kyrie Irving, 22 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, 2 3-pointers. And Klay Thompson, another solid game, 19 points, 5 threes. Daniel Gafford, not much. Must have been in foul trouble, 7 and 8. And PJ Washington with very little to contribute. And for the Phoenix side, as mentioned, they had no Bradley Beal, but that did not matter today as Kevin Durant stepped up with 31 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 4 threes. Great shooting and efficiency by Kevin, and that's what we've known to expect from the veteran. And Devin Booker, solid game, 21 points, 11 to 12 from the line, 5 assists, a 3, 2 threes, a steal, a rebound, and Devin puts in work. And Nurkic had a solid game, 18 and 14. Tyus Jones, 8 and 7, had a couple of threes, and the rookie Ryan Dunn started. He had 13 points, 3 trays, and Phoenix takes this, moves to 2-1 without Beal, and Dallas drops to 1-1. And let's take a look at the next. Okay, Sacramento visit the Lakers. The Lake Show moved to 3-0, 131 over Sacramento, 127. Let's take a look at the Sacramento side of things. Domantas Sabonis, triple-double, 29, 12 boards, 10 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 1 3. Absolutely filled up the stat sheet. And De'Aaron Fox, no slouch himself, 28 points, 10 assists, 5 rebounds, 2 steals, 3 3-pointers. And we had a big game from DeMar DeRozan, 23 points, 2 threes, bunch of steals. Keegan Murray, decent, 14 and 4. He had a couple of trays. And Kevin Huerter, 4 trays out of nowhere. And Malik Monk was solid for Sacramento as well. Lakers led by LeBron James, Anthony Davis. LeBron, 32 points, 14 rebounds, 10 assists, triple-double. The man just keeps doing it, defying Father Time. 4 3-pointers, a block, just for good measure. And Anthony Davis, 31, 9 rebounds, couldn't get a double-double. Guy sucks. 2 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks, 1 3. Is there anything that Anthony Davis cannot do right now? I do not think so. Rui, solid game, 18 and 9 for those who have him streaming or as a waiver wire pickup. D'Angelo Russell, solid game as well. 16, 5 and 4, 3 trays. And Austin Reeves, AR, another really solid game. He's off to a great start for those who took him in the middle round. 16 points, 7 and 6, 2 trays, very efficient. So Lakers starting 5 keeps producing 3-0, and we're going to be hearing about MVP talk from this. So that was it for our 10-game recap. Saturday, October 26th. And if you like this program, found it of value, we would love it if you would give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and please check out some of our other videos here on Sandman Sports, and we will see everybody next time on NBA Fantasy Focus. Later.